1,
Part 2. Episode 112.
Yep. I'm Sheila, also known as Sheila D37.
And I'm Wendy, also known as Pennywinnie. Welcome to the show. I don't know why it just ends.
No, it did seem like it needed something there.
Welcome to the show.
Just
for those of you who haven't seen us before.
Just a reminder, we're doing a baby knit along through the end of May.
We are.
And this is my contribution to it. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I have my contribution that I'll show you later in finished projects. And
anything else? Ooh, yes, we had somebody donate money.
Yes, we did.
Hold on.
You check on that. I also got a donation for a prize from Angelia McGar, Angel, who is someone that I work with on tech editing and who's also a friend. And so thank you for that. Give you a shout out. You should check out her designs. I think they're pretty good. So
I just wanted to say thank you to Elizabeth for donating money to the podcast, which will go into shipping and future prizes. And if you want to donate, there is a button that way. So we appreciate everything.
I am pleased to tell you that since they've put the annoying advertising on, we have made a grand total of $7.
Woohoo!
That could pay for 2 prize shippings.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say no to it, but it is really annoying. I found out that if you have your ads turned off like I do, I have ad blocker. I don't look at any ads. I've always had it. It makes you wait 90 seconds to watch the show, and it tells you right on the screen if you turn off your ad blocker, it'll only be 30 seconds.
I noticed that if you play certain videos, like YouTube does advertisement as well, but it gives you a chance to skip it after 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Like if you want to skip this ad, you can skip it in
Blip just says
2, 1, skip.
Blip just says, yeah, if you turn off your ad blocker, this will be done in 30 seconds. But if you don't,
90.
we're going to make you wait 90. I can't remember somebody's podcast I was watching yesterday. I was like, really? But I didn't turn off my ad blocker because I find ads annoying.
Shame.
So, anyway, thank you for the donations, ladies. That's very much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Because we use that money exclusively to buy prizes and pay for the expenses of the show.
Yep.
And I think you're going first this week.
I'm going first. Not much progress, people. I'm really sorry. I am working this weekend, so I'm hoping to have some more progress from Sunday. I've worked a lot of hours so that when I work overnight, I just have no desire to knit.
I know. You're just tired.
I am. I'm just tired. I want to completely veg out. But I do want to finish this, and then my neighbor is having a baby, and I want to make a baby blanket. I think I want to make another one of the primary color baby blankets.
Oh, I think that'll be good.
Just having a baby girl, so maybe I'll just do pinks.
Pinks and purples.
Yeah.
I
don't know. We'll see. But I was thinking instead I should do this in the future projects, but maybe instead of the side to side, do the the triangle one.
Oh, yeah. That'd be pretty.
That way you get bigger and then it gets smaller.
Right.
So, anyways, this is my progress on my baby sweater, toddler sweater. So I got a little bit more on the pocket. Not much. What I am doing, though, is that little trick from Stephen West where you slip the end on the last stitch and you knit the first stitch, and it's really coming out with a nice.
I know.
It really comes out with a nice. Oh, there we go. Maybe you can see it that way. A nice finished edge.
Stephen West's slipping instructions make the nicest edge. I use it now for everything. And if it doesn't written that way, I make it that way.
That's exactly what I'm doing. This isn't written this way. Last sweater, I think I knit in seed stitch on the edges. I kept this in garter stitch. I screwed up in one point, but she'll never notice it.
No.
But I really do like that slipped edge on it. It gives it a really nice, clean edge. So I'm really enjoying that. And I hope to, I keep saying this, but I mean, it's simple enough. There should be no reason why I can't. I just don't have my knitting mojo right now.
No, you're busy. I mean, everybody goes through times, like I am in a spinning doldrum right now. I just haven't been spinning. And
the problem is, summer's coming up too. I tend to knit less in summer because my hands get all sweaty.
Oh, yeah.
And, but we'll see. We'll see.
Now, I always knit, but other stuff slows down. And honestly, is it my turn now? Should I just segue?
No.
Oh, you're okay.
Well, I was just going to say, I forgot to tell them what kind of swatter. It's the Wonderful
yes.
Wallaby by the Cottage Creations. people, and this is the pattern.
It's a hard copy pattern.
It's a hard copy pattern. They do not sell this digitally.
No, you have to buy a hard copy.
Yep. And I, again, thanks Diane from Knittables who sent me a copy.
She is so sweet.
She is. So it's great. I've already gotten 2 uses out of it, and I know I'll get more. I mean, this is a pattern that goes through time. Who doesn't want a hoodie?
I know.
You know?
Seriously.
And any fabric, whether it's wool. And the thing about this is you can really do anything to it.
I know.
You can add color to it. I mean, it's just so flexible. So now I'm done.
So yeah, and then I'm like, wait.
Oh.
So anyway, as you can see, I'm still working on this blanket. I'm just gonna put a pin in my stitch to hold it. I've been using a safety pin when I'm in the middle of a row to just make sure that the stitch doesn't suck back through. So this is the first of the off-center ones, and you can see I have one corner done. And I'm almost to the point where I'll do the corner up here. Very close.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
And as well
Can I see
as... It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I like doing these better because you don't have to pay attention as much on some of the rows because it ends.
Yeah.
Like, it's really...
No increases, no...
Yeah, so this has been faster to do. I also spent my time this weekend, and I wove in all of the ends on all of the other squares. It took me several nights.
I'm sure.
But I did it. So I feel better about it. I hoped that I'd have more done this week, but for those of you who follow me on Twitter, I was knocked out for 2 whole days from a migraine. And somebody told me there's some kind of a medication called Maxalt, Maxalt, that's really good. So I need to ask my doctor about that when I go in for my physical. I don't get migraines very often, but when I do, they wipe me out. So this is the Vortex blanket by Lisa Gentry. It's a free pattern offered by Lion Brand, and I'm doing it in Lion Brand Wool Ease on a size... US H 8 millimeter, a US H or 8 hook, 5 millimeter. And it's coming along. Now that I didn't have the pressure to get it done, I'm not working on it that much. Yeah. Just because it is fiddly. As you can see, in this particular example, look how many ends are going to have to be woven in on this one. I mean, there's these ones up here, all down the side, and then there'll be more here. This is even more ends on the regular one, but I do really like the contrast of the off-center one. Can you hold up the centered one? I like how they look together. Yeah. I think it's cool. And I was actually thinking I might make more squares and make it a little bit bigger since I have plenty of time. Because I'm sure he won't really use this until the winter anyway.
This is true.
So I don't know, might make more squares. It depends on how annoyed I get with it. So that's the number one thing on the needle. I just interrupt.
Mm-hmm. I leaned out of focus for a minute. Yeah. I just wanted to show why the 2 cats are across from us right here, and the windows are open and they're watching the birds.
Yeah.
So I couldn't help but take a picture, and I don't know if you can kind of, yeah.
Here. There we go.
See them.
The boys.
I couldn't help.
Oops. I am like kryptonite to any kind of like iPad. I don't know what I do.
So that's them right there. Don't touch.
There you go. Now I'm trying to put
but don't touch.
There you go. So cute.
So it's really funny watching them. So
yeah.
I couldn't help but take a picture of them. So that's what I was leaning out of focus for.
They're like right next to each other because they're buddies.
It's almost like bookends. I mean, they're not quite black and white, but they're really cute.
The other thing I have on the needles, which was briefly on the needles and then came off the needles. If you watched us last week, I got a beautiful sample, a 29-gram sample of Highland Handmaid's, and now I can't remember what it's called, her worsted weight yarn in the Prism colorway. And I knit a whole baby sock out of this.
Yeah.
And it was so tiny. I mean, it was for a newborn, but it was like, I didn't think it would fit on any newborn's leg.
Really?
So
What needle?
I used a 4, and I think I would use a 6.
Hmm.
I didn't check to see if I had the right gauge. I just used the recommended needle, but it looked really small to me, and I'd rather have it be big and they wear it as a bootie later on than have it be so tiny you can't get it on a leg.
Yeah.
It was just the leg was really tight. The foot would have fit fine, but the leg was like tiny. So, and I don't know, maybe I just knit 1 by 1 ribbing really tight or something, but I'm going to make it on bigger needles, and you know, they can cuff it over.
Yeah.
They can do whatever, but I can definitely get 2 baby socks out of this. So I'm really happy with that, but, yeah, I had to get rid of that. And that is all I have
actively on the
needles. I did not work on my project of shame socks this week.
My projects are all of shame right now.
I have many projects of shame.
My current project is project of shame.
So, finished objects. No?
No.
I have a finished object.
Gosh,
and I'm very proud of myself. I worked on it during VKN. I finally finished the Chicken Viking Hat. This is how it looks from the front.
It's cute.
This is from the back. It does look like a little Viking helmet. If you look at it from the side, it looks like a Viking helmet. I modified it slightly. I knit slightly fewer stitches around the body of the hat, and I knit more repeats to make it taller. I just basically modified it using the measurements that I have from Craft Yarn Council for a 3 to 6 month head, because the baby will be like 2 months.
Yeah.
And knowing our family, probably will have a big head. And then I just attached some strips of yarn and braided them for the sides. I also modified the drumstick. The original pattern had I knit an extra 4 rows on this to make it a little bit meatier, bigger. It would have started lower down. It would have been smaller. I wanted it to stand out a little more.
Would have been too small.
Would have been too small. And then I also modified to, instead of doing chicken feet, because this is supposed to be like a dead chicken with the bumpy skin, but I wanted to look more like a roasted chicken.
Yeah.
So that's why I got the brown. I did an I-cord with bulky white Barocco yarn that I used on the bunny hat from my baby hat series. And I knit an I-cord for 4 or 5 stitches. And then I took the thread, the yarn, and I went through the end of the I-cord like you do. And then I put it through the middle of the I-cord on the end, and I kept wrapping it through and through to make it look sort of like a little bone on the top.
Oh, all right, yeah.
To round it out like that. I did that on both sides. That was the helpful suggestion of somebody who was viewing the podcast, suggested doing that. And I think it came out great. And it does look like either the bones or like those little drumette hats that they put on the chicken legs.
Oh, yeah. Now, is that the last of your hats?
This is the last of the 4 hats. I should have brought them all down, but I did a pumpkin hat for October. I did the turkey leg hat for November. I did a Christmas tree hat for December, and then I did a bunny hat for Easter. So, and that's all.
You should do a Valentine's Day hat.
I know, but what would it be?
I don't know. Maybe color work with hearts on it.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I think I'm done with hats, though.
Well, I didn't say you had to do it now.
No. So I'm giving these to her on Sunday.
Oh, all right. Never mind.
So, yeah, that's
You could just do a red hat. Plain red.
I could. Maybe I will.
Especially where it's a girl. Red and pink.
I know, that would be really cute. So, yeah, I'm going to, sorry, there's the windows
open. A lot of birds.
Yeah, I think we have a nest in the hole where the squirrel hides, so we really need to get that taken care of. So anyway, this came out super cute. It is complicated to knit the legs, and a lot of people have put in their pattern notes that they had trouble with it. And the reason is I actually had to use double-pointed needles for this, and I never use double-pointed needles because I hate them. But for this particular project, it worked better because it's hard to control it if you try to pick it up in a circle on a big circular.
Oh, right.
I mean, I think maybe if you use 2 circulars, you might not have as much trouble. And it says to pick it up in a backwards leaning circle, which I took to mean like more like an oval. So you can see how it leans slightly backwards.
Oh, all right.
So I made it like an oval that led backwards, and I made the beginning of my stitches start up here at the top and then go around. So there were a couple of people who drew a diagram of how they picked up the stitches. The other thing that I did is there are short rows to make this have this shape. What the heck is all that noise?
It's a dog. It's a dog.
My God, it sounds like farm animals.
No, it's a dog.
Or somebody's torturing the
yeah.
dog. That's not a normal sound in our neighborhood. So anyway, in order to make this shape, you use short rows, and the pattern does not instruct you to wrap the short rows. And I knit it the first time without wrapping the short rows, and it looked horrible. There were holes, gaps, because I hadn't wrapped the short rows, so I did.
Any pattern that says don't wrap, to me, is, unless you are going for the open eyelet look.
There are some patterns. I know when I modified that sweater, the Gawain sweater, and I did the shoulder strap sleeves with short rows, I know that they looked better for that particular cloth, which was seed stitch. They looked better if I didn't wrap them, because the wraps kind of visually interfered with the seed stitch.
Right.
But these needed to be wrapped. So that is it's a pain, because at one point you have to pick up wraps on 2 stitches and then knit all 4 of those stitches together. So it's kind of a pain, but it's totally worth it. There are no holes or gaps in my turkey legs. And, if you can manage it without doing the wraps, try it, but it really did not. I had to rip out the whole leg. It didn't look attractive on mine. I don't know if I just a loose knitter or what. I also knit these 1 needle size down from the needle that I used for the hat, but that's only because I didn't have double points in the size that I used. And it actually kind of worked out to be good because you can't see the stuffing through them. They are stuffed. So anyway, I'm going to put all of my notes about what I did on my project page when I take the final picture of this and put it up. So that's done, and I'm really happy I'm done with the baby hats. That was a lot of fun, but I want to knit something more
substantial.
Yes, I'm going to knit a sweater. I'm going to spin and knit a sweater. So that's my next project for that. And that is all I have for my finished projects.
Okay.
Whirlwind Romance. I got nothing.
No. Sorry.
I have my spinning mojo is at an all-time low right now. I was supposed to go to my spinning guild last night, and I decided not to. I have too much going on. I have a tuck edit this week, a complicated tuck edit, and I was like, I don't have time. It's too far. It's a long drive for me. It's like a 45, 50-minute drive.
Oh.
Both one way. So I didn't feel it.
Future dates?
Future dates, yeah.
So I was thinking, like I said, for the baby blanket, I was supposed to meet up with my neighbor yesterday. We were going to go out for dinner, but I realized in the middle of the week that my son had a soccer practice away from our town. He travels. And but it made me, she's like, I can't wait for you to meet her, because they know it's a girl. And so I'm really excited for her. So it made me want to I have a baby sweater that I'll probably give her.
Is it the people that had the dog at the... Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy for them.
So I already have a baby sweater. I just got to seam the arms to. It was baby surprise jacket.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll get that, and then maybe something, some cute pants to go with it. And then I want to do this blanket, because I was thinking about it. And most people treasure blankets.
They do. I still have all the baby blankets that people made me. I have a friend from law school who had commissioned his neighbor to crochet a baby blanket when Lily was born. I still have it. It's
we
lovely.
have the baby blankets that we were given from Max. My sister-in-law did one. We never used it because it was acrylic.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm planning on making cotton, so I'm not sure if I want to do it the regular way or if I want to do a triangle way.
The triangle might be fun because it would
It's
get
different
bigger and then
and
get smaller.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. And then what colors? Maybe I'll do that one in pinks.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty.
So that's the only, and I think what I'll do is I'll cast on for that when I'm done with this. Again, just a mindless knit for right now. That's about where I am.
I have so many
mindless.
future dates that it's ridiculous. Obviously, I'm going to knit a pair of baby socks out of this yarn that I showed you from Highland Handmaids. And when this knits up, it's so pretty. I can't wait for you to see it. It was really pretty, the sock that I knit up, if it hadn't been so weirdly skinny legs.
You should have kept it too.
I know, I should have, instead of ripping it out, but I didn't think of that. So, that's one of my future dates. As I told you, so at last week,
Excuse me.
whoops. What did I just do? How do I go to, back to reading. There we go. I can't manage this. As I showed you last week, I'm also going to make these baby booties. These are baby rubber duck shoes by Mad Monkey Knits, and they were gifted to me by Lois from Knitting's My Bag. And I'm going to knit them out of this baby yarn. It's wedged in my bag. Jeez.
Sounds like, what that sounds like to me is when a dog is in a kennel.
Yeah, or
wants to get out,
or like
wants
they're
to get
not
in.
letting him in,
Yeah.
and he really wants to come in. I'm gonna knit it out of Lion Brand Baby Soft and some scrap orange yarn, which I am sure I have in my stash. I'm pretty sure I have some worsted weight orange yarn that I could use, or some sport weight in there. So that's one of the things that I'm gonna get done. I have a lot of big plans, but as you can see, I'm not really
Motivated.
getting anything done. Wait, there we go. I also wound the yarn for the seashell shawl, which is the Yarn and Fiber Company pattern. I'm going to knit it out of Blue Moon Fiber Arts Silk Thread 2, which is a pure silk lace weight yarn. And I'm going to cast it on, but I got sidetracked this week when I went to the New Hampshire sheep and wool, and I might cast on something else. But those two things are my future dates.
Mm-hmm. Crushes and Heartbreak?
Yeah.
Let's see. Work's been going good. Kids are doing good. Do you know my kids are getting out the 20th? They have one more month.
Same with mine.
Except for my kids, we'll have to talk about the summer schedule. I don't know how that's going to work.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to be working.
Yeah.
My kids are going to be in summer school.
Yeah.
Well, Zach's in summer school. Max, I signed him up for, they have this thing for recreation. It's called campground camp, basically.
Yeah.
10 weeks for $150.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, till 1. So
Yeah, we'll
8:30
work
to
it
1.
out. We might just have to come over in the afternoon and do it.
Either that or come in the morning on the days that I work and I just won't have a nap or something.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. It dawned on me. I'm trying to think what else. My coworker, I mentioned last week that her stepson was in an accident.
Yes.
He's doing much better. It's a long
good.
road ahead. He does have some damage to his brain. But he's going good. He's off the respirator.
That's really good.
They were thinking where I work at a rehab facility. She was hoping that they could get him to go there, but the mom doesn't want him there. She wants him at Spalding, which is a great rehabilitation.
It is.
It's supposedly number 4 in the country,
Yeah.
but ours is still good too. And where it was somebody who would be known to them, would probably gotten just a smidge more, a little extra treatment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without being...
And to have somebody around that they kind of knew, too.
Right.
You know?
Well, because my coworker could go, because they have set visiting hours.
Right.
You know, but my coworker could have gone there in the morning to say hello, but,
yeah.
you know, it's not her say. It's not her
Right.
son. So But he's doing well. He's getting there. It's progress.
That's good.
Yeah, so that's good. I'm trying to think of any other. I don't think so.
I have one crush and one heartbreak. My crush is all the people that made my birthday so special. Invisible and...
Which, of course, is not me, because I forgot mine.
That's okay. You'll see me again.
That's my heartbreak. I forgot my stuff, which actually works well because one hasn't come in yet.
Oh, well, okay. So, but all my visible and invisible friends out there, thank you very much. I was really touching and special when people that only know me from seeing me on a screen do kind things for me and say, good kind birthday wishes. And I had a really great birthday, so that was my crush. And my heartbreak is that my son failed his hearing test twice last week.
But that's through the school, correct?
He's going now to an ENT.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. There was probably so many distractions. I wouldn't worry about the hearing.
He may just need to have his ears cleaned out.
Yeah.
He's never failed a hearing test before, but I was like, really?
I wouldn't worry about it.
Because I don't talk about this part on the show, but my son is going through a lot of issues right now that we're having checked out, and I was like, really? Like, now, unfortunately, we're going to Mass Eye and Ear there because there's a branch in Stoneham.
Oh.
So it's like June 4th. That was the earliest I could get him in.
Not bad. It's only a few weeks away.
And it's before his IEP meeting.
There you go. So if something comes up.
If something is turned up, we can add that into the mix.
I highly doubt it, though. It's probably cleaning or just...
I think it's a cleaning issue. I have very narrow ear canals, and my ears get blocked up. And I actually have hearing loss from ear infections. And there's just nothing that's happened to him in the last year that would account for a sudden hearing loss. It's only in one ear.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah.
It's not like he's been on any meds. Yeah, no.
He hasn't had any major ear infections. Nothing. I think he probably just needs to be flushed out professionally.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And because he does have the same ear problem that I do. And maybe they'll have him have tubes or something. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever's going on.
Well, the tubes, I can't imagine. That would only be for ear infections.
I don't know. I'm just taking him to the ENT, but I was like, really? Really?
It's fun to watch.
Not another one. Not another thing. So yeah, I've been dealing with that this week on top of everything else. Fortunately, my pediatrician is really on the ball, and they have been, throughout this whole process of needing to be referred to all these various specialists, they have, given me the contact number for all these people, and it takes a lot of the pressure off of me to, try to find somebody, because these are all doctors that my practice has worked with before, so they can recommend them. And they try to give me specialists that are, except for the one at Children's, they try to give me specialists who are in our local area so that I don't have to be going into Boston for everything. And Mass Eye and Ear is a very respected hospital for eyes and ears.
Yeah.
In Boston, that's pretty much one of the best. So I'm really excited that there's a local pediatric office that's affiliated.
That's good.
So, yeah, that's my heartbreak.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is. If he has issues, we'll figure it out and we'll deal with it. It's not like he has a life-threatening illness like your son.
Well, no, but it's kind of funny because Zachary in his well visit failed his vision. I'm like, oh, great.
Oh, no.
And my husband wears glasses, so I know at some point my boy's probably going to wear glasses. My parents didn't need them until later. But I'm like, the poor kid. His ears stick out enough with the hearing aids. Do we have to add glasses
on the top of it? Oh, my gosh.
But we'll see. I haven't taken him anywhere, so.
So you've had that kind of a week, too. Did you get the little letter home saying, hi, we tested your child twice and he failed?
No, that was a couple of years ago. This was actually at the pediatrician's about a month ago. And watching it was kind of funny. I mean, not to take away from your son. It's kind of funny because I'm standing behind him as he's watching and reading the eye chart. And they're saying, read that. And I'm like, that's not a B. That's not an E. I'm like, oh my God, I'm watching him and I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah.
So the nurse is looking at me like, wow. I'm like, whoa.
I have had that experience on many occasions with my son because my son had eye surgery for strabismus a few years ago, and when he went in before his surgery, he was legally blind in one eye, because what happens when you have really bad strabismus, lazy eye, you stop relying on that eye at all, and you totally rely on the other eye, and if people don't pick up on it soon enough, you sometimes can't get the vision back. He does have most of the vision back, but he's developed astigmatism in one of his eyes, and this is not amazing to us because my husband and I both have terrible vision. And my daughter is on the verge of needing glasses. She's going in at the end of the month, and she will probably get glasses. It's just when the doctor sees us, she's like, yeah, it's just a matter of time before your children. Nobody in our family was destined to have good vision.
Right, unlike me, where my kids have a 50-50 chance.
Right.
Because I don't wear glasses.
Yeah, so it's, in our family, it would be unlikely that either of our children did not need glasses. Yeah. And fortunately, glasses are cool now. When I was a teenager and a grade school student, they were not cool. It was uncool. And I had granny glasses, which I picked out. I picked them out.
That's the thing. Glasses have become stylish.
Yeah, now it's like an accessory. My daughter is excited to get glasses.
I still love it. My friend is in the Army, and they still give the plain old...
Oh, those like Buddy Holly
what they call
glasses?
Birth control glasses, because they are black frames. I mean, they're Buddy Holly.
They give those out in prison, too. Yeah. Prison glasses.
They call them the birth control glasses because nobody's going to be looking at them for anything.
That's funny. Yeah, so anyway, that's my crush in my heart.
It's funny to listen to, because I don't know about what they'll have you do with Jack for how he does his hearing, but I've obviously have had, and actually we're overdue. We're way overdue for a hearing appointment for Zachary. I got to do that. But it's interesting watching them do it. Now, Zachary doesn't need me in the booth anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm on the other end, and I'm watching them do it, and I can hear it here, and he's, one of those things, put your hand up or do something to it.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I hear the noise. And now I already know where his hearing loss is.
Right.
So I'm watching her do the frequencies, and knowing that he's not going to respond to them.
It's just like...
Nope. I mean, I can hear it clear as day.
You're not even in the booth.
He's just going like this. Well, no, because you hear it...
The...
Well, no, they have two separate rooms.
So you're in the room where you can
I'm in the
hear
room
it.
with the technician, and he's in the room with another technician who's kind of saying, put this when you hear instead of raising your hand when you hear the beep, put this on the peg when they play a game with them.
Yeah.
And so I'm hearing, you can hear it go, and I'm watching him, and I'm watching
him. There's no reaction.
He's just like this.
That's like my son. My son in the eye chart thing before he got his glasses was like...
There's supposed to be a letter there?
He's like, I can't tell. I don't know. It was so bad. I was like, wow.
It's funny when you see that. I mean, it's sad, but it's funny.
He's covering one eye. He's like A, E, F, R, whatever. And the X eye, he's like...
Think of it any other angle.
They were like, technically, he's legally blind in that eye. Like, that's how bad it was. I was like, oh my God. She said, no, that's common. Don't worry about it. You caught it so early.
It's just funny watching your kids do things when you take it for granted.
I know.
I mean, I take my hearing for granted, but...
And I'm like, how can he not see that? I can see it.
Well,
my
glasses.
My trifocals.
It's funny, my stepfather, talking on the glasses, he's had cataract surgery. And to do that, they actually replaced the lens. Well, he had Coke bottles for glasses. He, right now, doesn't need them.
My dad, too. My dad had cataract surgery.
I mean, he eventually probably will, but nothing compared to...
My dad's like, I don't have to wear... He's been wearing contact lenses and glasses his entire life. Yeah. He's like, my eyes are like brand new. He's like, you shouldn't get this surgery. The
LASIX?
But I have so many issues now with my eyes that I think I'm beyond LASIK.
Yeah, I think Cam is too.
Because I have stigmatism and I need bifocals and I need distance. So I have everything going on here.
Yeah, but it's just funny.
Yeah.
I mean, with my stepfather for so many years, I'm used to seeing him. Like
my dad too.
Cam has talked about getting glasses. I'm like, you can. He goes, why not? I said, because you're gonna look so different. I'm like, I'm used to the way you look. Although, granted, when we first started, the glasses he used to wear, they were just as bad as those birth control.
My husband.
Oh, they were horrible.
My husband had aviator style.
Yeah.
Like gold frames with those self darkening lenses. But in the olden days, when the darkening lenses would take like 25 minutes to get light again when you came indoors. Transitions.
Cam had the aviator ones. They were like this big.
Yeah, they were huge.
But for some reason, he had them tinted blue up above. I'm like, whoever told you to have them tinted?
Was he like a rock star?
I don't know.
A 70s rock star?
Maybe they weren't tinted blue. They were just something different. And then he went to...
That's so funny.
Then he went to smaller ones, which were better. Now, I mean, he's got similar to yours with the frameless ones.
Yeah, because you can barely see these. I like them because they're basically like just naked except for my bridge of my nose and the sides. So
yeah, they're called frameless.
Yeah, they're just. I like them.
So yeah, that's funny.
So baubles and bling. Do you have anything?
Well, we have a couple things.
We do have a couple of things.
I'm gonna just go. I got a non-knitting bauble and bling.
Oh, you did? Yes. Show your thing.
So I've really enjoyed. Really wanted the Namaste backpack bag. Yes. It's just a little pricey for me, and it's actually, I've looked at it, it's a little big. Yeah. I'm not a big bag person, so I was in TJ Maxx, and I've been watching this bag, and it finally was a little bit of a discount. So this is a backpack style bag. I'm an orange person, and it's got 3 pockets, which is not really my forte, but it's kind of nice. I got Zachary's hearing aids batteries in here.
Speaking of.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere without those. So it's got 2 pockets, one for the phone. I put my napkins in there because, heaven forbid, I don't have napkins in my hand for my husband to blow his nose. And then this front pocket's really a nice wide pocket. I can actually put a knitting project in it if I ever get motivated to do that again. Yeah. But it fits my iPad, it fits my Kindle, it fits my wallet, and it fits my Weight Watchers book. Right there. So that's one of my baubles and bling, non-knitting.
And the second bauble and bling that we both got
is I'm wearing mine.
A shawl gem. Shawl gem.
Shawl gem that Katie from Knitting on the Fly, her mom made.
Her mom made it, yes.
And I really like the colors of this. This is mine's blue. And right now I don't have a shawl on because it's kind of warm, but I'm using it to keep my coat.
I brought a few shawls out to show you how you can use it. Whoops. I like it keeping the coat pulled together. I have a sweater that, don't you like, I haven't woven the ends in on this. Now this is a textural healing shawl, which I love the look of, but it's very short. But if I used a shawl gem, my short one skein thing, I can pin it together with this. And just, so that it doesn't come apart. So I could do it like that.
I can't really see it.
I could do it like that and keep it attached that way. Or if I wanted to wear it like this. This would keep it.
It would keep it on, but it gives you like 3 to 4 inches more room.
Yes, so that I'm still wearing it, and you can actually see the design of it, but it doesn't fall off.
I like it a lot.
I do too. And it has these little grabby hooks. I'll show you. But they're very gentle, so they don't rip your.
So this is worsted weight. It's not shawl, but I'm pulling it, and I'm not pulling my yarn.
Yeah, it doesn't. like if it pulled and snagged, it doesn't snag the yarn, but it's enough to grip onto it. I think it's really pretty, and she does make some. Katie mentioned on her podcast. Katie is Jetgirl. She does knitting on the fly, and this is Katie's mom who's making them. She makes some where she actually hangs charms down.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a little necklace.
So this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Woo, super close up.
Extreme close up. I kind of like how it looks when you put it up really high like this.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
It kind of makes, like if I was wearing a low neck shirt, you would see it
Yeah.
would look like a necklace.
Yeah.
While still keeping my shawl where it needs to be while I do my shopping and stuff.
Or go dancing.
Or go dancing.
I have a wedding in November. Maybe I'll have to.
I know.
Make a special shawl.
And I have this sweater that I brought out with me that I wear all the time.
No, this is
I didn't knit
store-bought.
This is a store-bought sweater. I wear it all the time on cool days to pick my kids up, and it's just like a loose shawl neck sweater, and I'm constantly going like this. But if I wear it with this, whoops, I don't have to do that. It'll just hold my sweater closed. I like it. Like it could come a little part, but not enough to come off. So I won't constantly be pulling it over myself. It will, even if the wind blows, it can't go off. So yes, I like these, and I'm going to tell you where you can get them. It is going to be called Tix Trinkets, TIXTRINKETS, and Terry, who is Katie's Jetgirl's mom, is going to start offering these for sale on June 1st. And her store will be www.tixtrinkets.etsy.com. And the regular shawl pen is $12.50.
Oh, that's a good price.
Yeah, I like it. Shawl gem. Sorry, I called it a shawl pin. It is not a pin. It is a clip. But I love it. It's pretty. So, yeah, if you're interested, June 1st, I'll put the link in our show notes.
Yes.
So that's our joint bauble and bling.
That's all I got.
I got some birthday baubles and bling.
And again, I'm a bad friend.
Don't worry about it. You see me all the time.
Not lately, but...
No, lately.
Just once a week.
You're so busy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Such is life.
Of course, I've been really busy just walking everywhere all the time. That's why my hair looks weird. I walked 5,000 steps before Sheila came over this morning. So from my friend Kathy, who I know from VKN, who lives near me, who I went to New Hampshire Sheep and Wool with, or met her up there, I got Amy Herzog's Afterlight sweater, which I love. I'm trying to get a good picture of it so you can see. This is Afterlight. It's just an easy 3/4 length sleeve pullover with a little gather at the V-neck. And Amy Herzog designs everything to flatter, fit to flatter. She's a fit to flatter lady.
Oh, all right.
So I think that'll be really fun. It's in a fingering weight. I have plenty of sweaters worth of fingering weight in my stash.
Oh, do you?
Yes. I have 2 more sweaters worth of, what is it called? That caper sock. I have red and I have blue. So that's one potential use for it. She also sent me Lilac Wish, which I don't have a picture of. It's a lace shawl. The pattern doesn't have a picture, unfortunately, because she couldn't decide which of the 2 to send me. So she sent me both, which is super sweet. So thank you, Kathy. And then I also got this pattern. Whoops. From my gal Rachel Dialco sent me Zilphia by Stephanie Talent.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that pretty? It's
That is
got
pretty.
a gathered drawstring neck and a honeybee lace inset down and 3/4 length sleeves. I think that would be. I've wanted this pattern for a long time.
Right.
And I know that Stephanie recently reworked it. So she updated it. So I am excited about this. I totally could see doing one of my sweaters worth of fingering cashmere in this. So I might do that. And Rachel told me that if I wanted to do it in her size and send it to her, that would be fine too.
Well,
Love
now.
you, Rachel.
Not that much.
And then and then I got sent a lovely birthday present from Angelia. I opened up this box. She sent this box to me, and it had this cute bag in it. And this bag is super cute. I just love it. So I was like, wow, that's really nice. And then I could feel there was something in the bag. She doesn't like signature needles, so she sent me the ones that had, she's broken several in the last few, so she sent me the rest of them. So thank you. This is like a super wonderful present. Yeah. And totally unexpected and just amazing. So those are my birthday baubles and bling. Then I went to New Hampshire Sheep and Wool, and I got two things. I bought 2 ounces of cashmere silk blend. It's 15% cashmere and 85% silk in the lobster colorway from Spunky Eclectic. Amy, who is a friend. Actually, Lisa, my friend who got me stitch markers last week, left the birthday card with the stitch markers with Amy so I could pick it up on Sunday because we ended up not going on Saturday. I'm getting fiber all over me.
You're also getting a leaf.
Oh, interesting. And then I also picked up this yarn from Nightingale Fibers. It's alpaca silk, baby alpaca silk. Can you touch alpaca?
I'm not sure. That's nice.
It's really nice. So this is what it looks like. It's their Martha base. 80% baby alpaca, 20% silk. It's a sport weight, but I was looking at it. It's a pretty, it's a poofy yarn, but it's a pretty light sport weight. I think it's like a heavy fingering to a light sport weight. I bought 3 skeins of it because when Kathy and I were at New Hampshire Sheep and Wool, we saw Anne Hanson's crooked walking shawl pattern. That's what it looks like.
Oh, that's pretty.
But what intrigued us, it was knit up in one of the Nightingale yarn bases that I didn't buy that base. Kathy did. She bought it. The construction of the shawl makes it stay on your shoulders because it has shoulder shaping in that pentagon section. So that there are actually shoulder seams that are on your shoulders that hold it over you like it's almost like a jacket more.
Yeah.
And I thought with this, it would be a really warm shawl to wear around in the cool months. So I am going to make the medium size, and I almost cast this on, but I didn't. I felt like I should work on the blanket before I cast on another project. So yeah, and that's all I bought at the Sheep and Wool was the fiber and the pattern and the yarn. And I used some birthday money and some money that I got from a recent tech edit job.
Oh, good.
So I didn't like splurge or anything, but I had to laugh because since I left the Into the World Club, I've actually brought 14 more ounces of fiber into my house. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. And to be fair, 8 ounces of that was I had ordered before I left the club, and it was a special order, so it took some time. But that's still 6 ounces that I didn't have before. But how could you not get this? It's so pretty, and it's so soft. It's just lovely. So, yeah, those are my baubles and bling. I think that's everything. Gossip and innuendo.
I don't think so.
I have just say that I went to the New Hampshire Sheep and Wool. I met up, my husband and my kids and I go every year. We met up with my friend Kathy, who had her husband and her daughter, who's a teenager. And the daughter like hung out with the kids and did some stuff with them, and my husband kind of hung out with her husband. So she and I got to go off a little while and just kind of look around. She had been there all the way around most of the stuff before I got there. We left a little late because it was raining. But I had a really great time. I ran into several friends there. Spunky Eclectic was vending there. Heather from Mad Color Fiber Arts was vending there, so I stopped and saw her. This Nightingale Fibers, I should tell you the website. They have some really beautiful yarn. They are at www.nightingalefibers.com, and they had amazing stuff. And I was there on Sunday, so everything was sort of picked, like, it was what we had left, basically. We saw just the usual vendors that were there. We tried some different foods. Amy from Spunky Eclectic recommended apple cider slush drink, and my daughter got it, and it was really good.
Oh, that sounds good.
And we had fried dough, and my son got some kettle corn because he loves kettle corn. And it was just a really fun day. There was a lot to look at. The kids did a felting project, and they made little felted acorns.
Oh.
That you can use for Christmas ornaments or to decorate a package. They had a lot of fun with that. Actually, I think Kathy's daughter and her husband were interviewed for a local news about the event, so that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, we just had a really great time. The weather was gorgeous, and if you live in the area, definitely check it out next year. And then there are some events coming up. This weekend, May 18th, is the Webb's tent sale, the annual tent sale.
You're planning on going?
Yes, I'm going with my friend Diane. And we're going to visit Jessalou, who is vending there and who is a friend of ours. And I promised Diane that we would walk from Webb's into the center of town and back so we can get our steps in.
Yikes, that's a good walk.
Yeah, it always seems like it's a good walk until you realize it's only 5,000 steps.
Yeah, and then you got to go 5,000 back. That's a good walk.
Yeah, that would be perfect. So that's our plan anyway, and she's driving, so I can knit.
Oh, there you go.
So that's on May 18th. The following weekend is May 27th or 6th. I don't know. I didn't bring my thing. It's the Saturday of the weekend after that is the Massachusetts Sheep and Wool.
Happens to fall on Memorial.
It's Memorial Day weekend. I'm going there with Sheila, and Diane's coming with us.
Hopefully, oh good.
She is.
No, meaning me.
Oh, hopefully you. Yeah.
I'll be sleeping, I'm sure.
I said, Diane, you have to come so that I have somebody to talk to. You can be in the back with a pillow.
I usually am when it's you too.
I told Diane I'd drive to Mass Sheep and Wool if she drove to Northampton. So.
There you go.
So that we will be there. If you're going to be there and you see us, come by and say hello. A lot of our favorite vendors are going to be there too, so it's going to be exciting. And then on June 1st, I'm going with my friends Kathy and Lisa and maybe Sheila or no?
June 1st? No, I think I'm working that weekend.
To Fiber Frolic in Maine. And I'm hoping to meet up with Lois, Knitting is My Bag.
Oh,
Lois,
that's right.
Lois might be at Mass Sheep and Wool, but she is driving across the country with her daughter right now, like Thelma and Louise.
Oh
and I don't know if she's going to feel like them driving down to Massachusetts again right away after she gets to Maine. So
that's right. I remember Lois burning me about trying to go to Frolic, but I'm going to be working, so I know I'm working that weekend.
Okay.
So
So
I wouldn't get out
don't.
until 9. And
oh, yeah, I think we're leaving earlier than that.
Yeah,
I'm not
probably.
driving to that one, so I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. So, yeah, if you see me at any of those events or us or whoever, is there, please come up and say hello. We love to say hello to people. We're not doing any kind of a formal meetup. We do a formal meetup at Rhinebeck because there's somebody
Well, it would be the first formal meetup because we've never had a formal meetup.
Well, I mean,
Unless
we
you
go to the
mean
podcasters
meetup.
thing.
Yeah,
That's what I was
say.
going to
We've
say.
never officially done a formal
I did a
meetup.
meetup
Oh,
at.
that's right.
I did a meetup at Stitches with a bunch of podcasters. That's when I first met Carrie, Knit Pro Girl, in person. I had known her on the internet for a while, but that was when we got together in person. And we do an organized meetup with the other podcasters at Rhinebeck. And I did a meetup at Spa in Maine with a few people. So, but for these smaller events, it's, we just we're not there that long, and it's hard to do something formal like that. So, but we love to have people to come up and say hello if they're there, and we would love to meet you in real life. So you're not invisible, friends. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for gossip and innuendo.
Well, I have nothing.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're back for a repeat view, thanks for coming back. And I hope that you have a great week.
Yeah.
Knit with heart.
Knit with heart.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
I will probably eat another 100 to 200. I'm not.